Previously on X-Force.
So we saw the movie. It was really shit. And then we thought, you know what? Since they made such a bad movie, anybody can basically write a movie. So we decided to write a Marvel-based movie, which is actually X-Force.
I can hear you breathing, Maria.
What's with all the commotion?
Damn it, Warpath, I need eyes down here.
Hello? Anyone home?
Yes!
6 hoverbikes swoop through the air towards the roof of the Archer Corp building.
It sounds like Star Wars.
We need the sound department needs an upgrade. The question you all may have is, what do I want? Well, that's easy. I've come to extract tons of money from your various companies, agencies, piggy banks, trust funds. I too would like to be able to afford such nice, shiny suits. Humans! We warned you not to try anything, but you just didn't listen! Now you're gonna double our pay! Thank you for rescuing us from those mutant terrorists.
What did you just say?
Did I say something wrong?
Yeah!
Looks like backup generator on your mouth is still working. Shut up, Jimmy.
You need to get that looked at.
I'll be fine.
What is this? No beer on Mojo World?
Shatterstar gulps it down. He grimaces.
Good stuff, huh?
Warpot slaps him on the back so hard, beer spews out of Shatterstar's mouth.
Oh, my bad. You alright, man?
Cable shakes his head and leaves.
Hi and welcome to Krossfire. This is a show where... Oh, crap.
This is a show where...
Crap.
Oh, crap.
Cross
This is the show where nothing is safe from our crosshairs.
Yeah. It's been too long.
Drive by.
So today we're going to continue on our X-Force script reading part 3.
3.
Part 3, yeah. So, previously, you heard just now, we did stop at where Domino...
There was some character development scenes involving drinking beer and shit.
Exactly.
Some bromance,
Bromance.
beer drinking.
And now we are in a bit more of a tender spot, I think. That's just the first line.
So today our narrator will be Mr. Lohes.
What we want to do, players?
And of course we have our Mr. Filipino Chinese Shatterstar character, Kevin. Went ahead too fast.
He's excited.
We're back!
The plot is moving on.
And then of course we have Shereen.
Hello everyone, thanks for having me here.
And Calvin wanted to say that he couldn't come today and he would miss playing all the female characters.
Yeah. So for the first time we actually have a
He
female
couldn't come at him.
Finally managed to
voice actor.
rope a girl.
Okay.
The studios agreed. They agree with the fee.
They said our female voices sucked ass.
Suck ass.
Shopping allowance, makeup allowance, agreed. That's why I agreed to come on board.
Char Kway Teow already paid, Yeah, pay advance payment just now.
Now it's just cosmetics.
And of course, the two most untalented guys
On radio.
untalented voice actors.
Shan and Jun Sern.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm Cable.
So, let's just start with our part 3 of X-Force.
Take it away, Luis.
Okay, and here goes. 3, 2, 1. Our setting is the internal hall of the X-Force base during the daytime. Domino finishes dressing Farrell's wound.
There, all done. Off you go.
Cable's voice blasts through the speakers.
Everyone assemble in the briefing room in 10 minutes. We got a lot of things to discuss.
A black limo pulls up in front of an abandoned housing project in a forgotten urban hellhole. The back door opens. A fine pair of legs steps out. Vertigo straightens her jacket and heads for the building. Vertigo moves cautiously through the darkness. Something dashes past behind her. She swerves around. Nothing. The shape flashes past. The shape flashes past in front. Vertigo swerves again. Nothing. Now she turns around. Boom!
Wait, this is from Vertigo's point of
view. She turns around. Boom! Gorgeous George is upside down face staring directly at her.
And this is how Spider-Man stole from us.
Them and did the infamous kiss scene.
Yes.
And Vertigo pushes his face aside. Who's playing Vertigo?
I'll do it.
Does it?
She can't do all the girls. I'll do one girl.
Because one after another.
Shereen will take all the X-Force girls. Okay. I'll take one girl.
Yeah. Action.
Still in the mood for games, George?
Gorgeous George drops from the ceiling, melts and reshapes himself on the ground.
Astaga.
Who's doing
Kevin do it? He hasn't done anything.
Who's your red accent?
You look a little tense. Maybe you need little... You look a little tense. Maybe you need a little gorgeous.
Let's go to Josh again. Well, since he stole the Australian accent for his cannonball, you need to do a redneck accent in exchange for Gorgeous George.
Redneck accent. You look a little tense. Maybe you need a little gorgeous. I have no idea how redneck goes.
It's okay.
Let me do it then.
Give them a Mr.
You become red then can already.
Why, you look a little tense. Maybe you need a little gorgeous. Save it, Christine. Where's the girl? Don't you worry your pretty head. She's in good hands.
Gorgeous George stretches his arm and grabs the young girl from the darkness. We see that she's unconscious.
Take her to the limo.
Gorgeous George heads off with the girl slung over his shoulder. Vertigo sees Hairbag staring back in the dark.
Where's that loud-mouthed leader of yours?
Ruckus.
Wants to do a rock star. Kevin, do it lah. No lah, you do Ruckus now.
One-man talent show.
I thought you were one-man talent show. You boo Ruckus.
High pitch, high pitch.
Ruckus again?
Just sound like a rock star.
80s rock star.
80s rock star.
Looking with his loud mouth.
Ruckus emerges from the darkness.
He wants a word with you.
Now back in the limo. Ruckus gets into the limo. Sitting opposite him is Dr. Archer. Vertigo gets in and sits next to Dr. Archer.
Lohes, you're playing Dr. Archer.
Did anyone see you?
Yeah, I thought it was Indian accent.
Oh, Indian. Did anyone see you?
Yes, Indian.
It was Indian. Yeah, you're right.
Did anyone see you?
No, because I made the thing in Indian, so he ended up like that.
Yeah, both of them played Indian one. Okay, yeah, play Indian.
Did anyone see you?
No.
That's right! Wouldn't want to be caught dead rubbing shoulders with the likes of us!
Dr. Archer flinches ever so slightly.
Oh, yo, panjangnya script. Good luck, man.
Kinda brilliant how it all worked out in the end! Scalp Hunter takes the blame, and since dead bodies don't talk, you've got yourself a perfect crime! No one ever dreamed that great Dr. Philip Archer mastermind his own corporate takeover! It's actually quite good!
You can maintain that. It's good.
Like Ruckus.
I almost forgot how pointless your ramblings can get. Thanks for the reminder. Ruckus smiles with glee.
You must do
My pleasure! So what's up, boss?
What do you know of these mutants who crashed our party today?
The X-Force! They're a bunch of mutant vigilantes! Watchdogs for the mutant nation! They're nomads! Never operating in one place for too long! Why do you ask?
He passes Ruckus a picture of Cannonball. This one interests me. Samuel Guthrie. Ruckus looks at the picture and balks.
What's so special about him?
Did you not see Scalp Hunter's armor-piercing bullets bounce off his energy field just like spitballs?
This is a damn awesome conversation,
Vertigo.
I'm afraid they were too busy getting their asses handed to them to even notice.
Ruckus makes a faces at Vertigo's comment.
Well, that was a spelling mistake. He makes a face.
Yep.
Regardless, I need him. That energy field is the ultimate form of defense. Think of the implications of having legions of bulletfoot warriors at my disposal. I'd be unstoppable.
What about the government?
Dr. Archer snorts with disgust. Grow up, Ruckus. The government is never getting their hands on my tech. And if they should ask, all we have to say is the experiment didn't work out as well as we hoped. But you need not concern yourself with such matters. Your only concern should be collecting me one Sam Guthrie.
You mean go against the Air Force? I don't know, boss. We've never gone. Well, a gun and outnumbered.
Dr. Archer smiles sinisterly. Not to worry, Ruckus. I have someone in mind to assist you.
That was awesome.
Okay.
You bought nailed it like shit.
Yeah. Now we move to the briefing room of the X-Force base during dusk. Everyone is present except Cable.
Okay, Shereen, you're playing
gotta
Boomer,
play
but
Boomer.
you're a valley girl.
And Domino after that.
Boomer means?
She looks like a valley girl. She wears pink with blonde.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Very good. That's right. Oh my god, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
Action.
Why don't you think Scap Hunter's the mastermind? 'Cause Grey Crow's a foot soldier, not a leader. Besides, whoever planned the takeover of Archer Corps also planned the Morlock massacre. Grey Crow's drive is money, not slaughter. No, someone else is behind this.
Said Domino.
So who do you think it is? The MILF? Oh, the
MLF.
Oh, my bad. Oh, it's my mistake, mate. It's my mistake.
Cannonball,
My
cannonball.
mistake.
Come,
So who do you think it is? The MLF? The Hellfire Club?
Warpath.
Could be anybody.
Cable walks in holding Scalp Hunter's cell phone in hand.
Be thankful Grey Cove still kept his messages in his cell.
He tosses the cell phone onto the table. Boomer picks up the phone and scrolls through the messages. Sirene, right? Siren, sitting beside her, peers closely. Boomer starts reading the messages.
Glad to have you on board, John. You know, the rundown should be a smooth gig. After it's done, we got a portion of the payment. Why don't you join us at the Blue Mamba? Best party place in town.
She looks up.
Doesn't say who it's from, but I bet you it's from the Nasties.
He turns to the X-Force members.
Anyone heard of this Blue Mamba?
It's my pants.
Why is it blue?
Because I haven't gotten it up for a long time. Okay, I'll look
Farrell.
It's a club downtown.
Good. Then that's where we are headed.
Good.
We still need a plan of action. I suggest some early recon of the premises. That way the recon team can alert the others should the nasty boys show up.
Said Shatterstar.
Boomer raises her arm quite animatedly, waving it about.
I'll go. I want to be in the Recon team.
Recon
team, sorry.
Okay, Domino.
Stackouts are supposed to be quiet. Think you can manage?
Boomer.
I can be quiet.
Warpath snorts. Boomer glares at him.
I'll go with her. I know that part of town, said Farrell.
Then it's settled. Time to put the nasties in their employ.
Okay. Sorry, yeah. Lari character.
Lari a bit.
Then it's settled. Time to put the nasties and their employers out of business. Permanently.
Okay. We move to the outside of the airport the following day. A man in an all-white suit and hat exits the airport. His face remains concealed. In his hand is a suitcase. Vertigo stands outside the limo. The man stops in front of her. The man grins. Okay, who's playing this?
Who's
This is
Deadpool?
the best.
Who's Deadpool?
Someone.
We actually had Deadpool already.
Yes,
Yeah,
we had
stole
Deadpool
Deadpool
12 years
also.
ago.
Not bad, man. Deadpool, yeah, pretty cool.
Who was Deadpool?
Okay, let me try and say.
Okay.
Well, well. What a fine piece of tail we have here.
Vertigo.
Who's-
Come again?
I was talking about the Ferrari. You're alright. Borderline. A 5 at best. Maybe 6. Vertigo sees a red 599 GTB Fiorano parked behind the limo.
Just shut up and get in the car.
Inside the limo, Dr. Archer regards Deadpool with shrewd eyes. Oh, wow. This is the, I didn't know. This is going to be the Robin Williams, my Robin Williams moment. Okay, ready? Okay. They say you're a man to call for special situations. I'm the man who call for any situation, so long as you got enough green to back it. I need someone located and brought back to me. Alive. I really prefer dead, but if you want alive, I'll make an exception. Dr. Archer hands Deadpool a file. Deadpool flips open the file, and inside is a picture of Cannonball. Who's this bozo? Sean William Scott? I'm not usually into kidnapping celebrities, you know. His name is Sam Guthrie, but he goes by an alias Cannonball. He is in the company of this man. Dr. Archer passes Deadpool a picture of Cable. Cable! Cover me in paper cards and drop me in lime. You know him? Oh, sure. We go way, way back. I remember the time. Dr. Archer cuts him off. Good. I'm sure you can put that knowledge to good use. I retain a strike team of mutants. They are at your disposal. I work alone. Usually keeps things simple. I like simple. Unless you're talking about people, then I don't like simple. Simple people complicate things. Regardless, you will need them. You can't single-handedly take on the entire X-Force. Where can I find these cannonballs? That's what I'm paying you to find out. Here's the first part of your payment. Dr. Archer passes him a folded wire transfer slip. Deadpool unfolds it and takes a look. He looks up at Dr. Archer, but we see only his mouth, grinning. Look at all these zeros, Dr. Archer. We have an accord. Okay.
Wow.
Internal. Thank you. Got the inner Robin Williams. Okay. Now internal. Inside Boomer's room in the evening, Farrell steps out of Boomer's dressing closet, garbed in her new all-maroon costume. Sleeveless vest, shorts, thigh-high boots, and elbow-long arm guards.
Yes. Boomer. Action.
Boomer is...
Valley Girl.
What happened to the rest of my outfit?
Pharaoh, you're 2 sizes smaller than me. This was all I could fit in. I don't see why I couldn't just wear what I had on earlier.
And what kind of fashion statement will you be making?
This isn't girls' night out. We have a job to do.
Doesn't mean we can't do it in style. Besides, you're rolling with me now. You're gonna have some taste.
I can see this turning into a long, long night.
Exit the Blue Mamba into the night. Throngs of people line outside the Blue Mamba. Above is the emblem of the Blue Mamba. A neon snake coiled around a diamond, mouth agape, fangs bared, poised to strike. Inside, the rave is on. The club is bathed in blue light. Loud hard rock blast. The patrons, predominantly mutants, are dressed in all manner of different garbs, from provocative, hip, to downright fashion disasters. The dance floor is packed, there's very little place to move, and the patrons dance wildly to the beat of the music. We see Boomer and Farrell sitting at the bar, keeping a low profile. Boomer is visibly uncomfortable.
How much longer do we have to wait?
As long as it takes. I want these sons of bitches bad.
This place gives me the creeps.
You volunteered, so stop lying.
Inside the living room of the X-Base Force, same night, Siren and Shatterstar sit around waiting for the call. The air is awkwardly still.
Can you do Irish?
Someone can do Siren? Yeah.
Like how?
Kevin?
So Shatterstar.
Oh, he's doing Shatterstar as well.
Real name.
Vincent?
I don't know Irish accent.
You said you try?
It's a female, right?
Yes.
So special.
Is that your real name?
My slave name is
Hey.
Gabidra.
Oh, yeah, correct. Sorry. I tried to Wapat, sorry.
My slave name is Gabidra.
Nola's name?
7.
So what do your friends call you?
Friends?
Perhaps I would have been better had I not said anything.
I know. Supposed to be funny, yeah.
The door slides open. The door slides open. Cannonball and Cable enter the room. Cannonball takes the remote and turns on the television. Close up on the television, we see Senator Jackson is addressing the press. Who's playing Senator Jackson?
Yeah.
In the aftermath of this attack, we are stronger in our resolve to crack down on mutant terrorism. With the death of terrorist Grey Crow, it's a matter of time before we hunt down and capture the rest of this organization.
Shereen, you do reporter one in any voice you want.
What about the mutants who liberated Archer Corp?
Good question. Their actions were rash and could have resulted in civilian casualties. A task force has been set up to locate them.
Cannonball is incensed. Where had you like that? Back to television. Reporter 2.
But Senator, I'm the heroes.
Do all reporter.
You do all reporter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Low voice, very low voice.
But Senator, I'm the heroes.
I'm sure that's how the media would like to spin it. The truth is vigilantes running loose on the streets. Taking the law into their own hands are not heroes. They are dangerous.
Is he old or he got so short? Okay.
You got ashy throat.
Okay.
We need,
Give that nigga some strepsils.
we need to bring them in for questioning so we may determine how big a danger they are to the safety of the general public.
I've only got one thing to say from Diablo 3. Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while.
Oh,
Listen.
the town fella.
I'm Kane.
Okay, we pull back to see looks of resentment, anger, disappointment, and pity on the faces of the X-Force. We saved their sorry asses, and this asshole lumps us in with the real bad guys.
You're afraid, Sam.
Cable.
Oh.
Sorry, different Europe countries.
Terry's right. In their eyes, it doesn't matter because it's mutants they're afraid of.
Shatterstar.
Things are so different in your world as they are in mine.
Mankind has always been the dominant species. Now they see the dominance slipping away. And it isn't an easy thing for them to accept. They are scared of being second-class citizens.
The door slides open and Domino steps in.
Tarantino movie now.
We got the call.
The others bolt out of the room and back into the Blue Mamba. Boomer is talking into her communications device. Boom.
They just arrived.
The nasty boys are walking up the spiral staircase into one of the VIP rooms.
They're heading upstairs right now.
Okay, meet us there.
Man, they're in.
I think probably something.
Missing reel.
Okay, meet us there.
In 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, don't lose sight of them.
Roger.
The phone hangs up. Boomer spies the club. The camera pans across the dance floor and rises towards the inside the VIP room, Blue Mamba. This room is the most exclusive one in the entire club. The nasty boys are living large. Drinks, babes, the works. The nasty boys have it all. They are surrounded by bouncers, courtesy of Blue Mamba management. Gorgeous George raises his glass to toast.
To Ramrod.
They lift their glasses. To Ramrod! Judging from your odor, you freaks must be the Nasty Boys.
Said Deadpool.
The Nasty Boys jump up in alarm at the sight of the intruder. They see Deadpool walking in. Clad in a red and black jumpsuit, the suit hugs his body tightly, accentuating his lean but built frame.
So gay.
His red and black mask gives him the look of a ninja. He is armed to the teeth with various bladed and throwing weapons.
Meow meow. Deadpool. Deadpool Unchained.
Who played Hairback? I forgot. Someone got a ticket. Someone take it.
Jamaican accent. Who the hell are you?
The name's Deadpool, Deadbag.
It's a hairbag.
Named after your mama, I presume. Hairback snarls in anger. Quite a party you guys got going. Don't mind if I take a load off. Deadpool grabs the bottle of champagne from the bucket. He lifts his mask up to uncover his mouth and chugs the champagne down straight from the bottle. Chill. Just the way I like it. Too bad it's being wasted on you morons. Damn shame, really. The Nasty Boys glad Deadpool. Back to the Blue Mamba. Boomer and Farrell leave the club, making their way through a sea of people outside and cross the street.
Oh, so fast, okay.
The rest of the X-Force are all geared up on the other side. Boomer walks up to Cable. Cable and Domino are wearing long coats, weapons concealed underneath.
Matrix.
They're still inside.
Matrix gang.
Shatterstar.
Then what are we waiting for?
Cable looks over to Domino. He nods. She lifts a rocket launcher. Damn.
Wow.
She lifts let me say that again. Cable looks over to Domino. He nods. And she lifts a rocket launcher and takes aim at the top of the Blue Mamba. She fires a single shot. The rocket streaks towards a window. The window shatters. The rocket attaches itself to the ceiling. A countdown timer begins.
60, 59.
Domino drops the rocket launcher and pulls out her guns.
Remember, we need at least one of them alive.
She looks over at Farrell and Shatterstar.
Wait, that was Boomer's voice. That's the serious voice.
Serious voice.
Remember, we need at least one of them alive.
She looks over at Farrell and Shatterstar.
So, try your best to exercise some restraint and not kill everyone before we get a chance to question them.
She just took a Xanax in between. Became calm. The others smile as Shatterstar and Farrell resent Domino's comments. Fun's over. The X-Force make their way towards the entrance of the Blue Mamba. Inside the VIP room, Deadpool stretches himself on the couch.
You're late!
I had to make a stop. Besides, it's not fashionable to be early.
We have a job to do.
Relax, Alice Cooper. We've got plenty of time. Heavy metal is playing. You've got some good tunes here. Last job I did in the club, I had to take on the entire Taitsu clan. But the Taitsu wasn't the problem. The problem was they were playing that stupid song Lonely with the chipmunk singing in it. It was horrifying. I nearly bled through my ears. After I mopped the floor with the Taitsu, I wanted to hunt down that chipmunk and wring his scrawny little neck for making that song stick in my head. And his mama. And the producer too. And the producer's mama. The countdown timer. 3, 2, 1, 0. The warhead releases a strong electromagnetic pulse. The lights go off. The music stops. A wave of commotion ripples through the club. Deadpool slinks off into the darkness. Curious George.
Curious George? Where did the monkey show up?
Where did he come from? I didn't know George was there. Who's being George again?
Me.
Alright.
What the hell is going on around here?
Hairback searches the dance floor below through the window.
They are here.
They exit the room. The Nasty Boys descend the staircase. Silence. A shotgun cocks in the darkness. Ruckus panics. His eyes dart around the room.
Show yourselves!
2 sizzling globes light up in the middle of the dance floor. Without warning, the globes are tossed towards the staircase. Kaboom! The spiral staircase explodes and collapses. Screams go up. Panic ensues. The patrons race for the exit, pushing and shoving their way through. We have an international crowd. The floodlights are turned on, illuminating the dance floor. The X-Force are standing there, ready to do better. They should be. I believe they should be. The Nasty Boys pick themselves up from the rubble and face the X-Force.
I will pay $1 million for each head you bring me.
At the prospect of being rich, many of the mutants hurl themselves at the X-Force. Cable throws his shotgun to the side and takes out his machine gun. He blasts the approaching mutants. Most of his shots hit their mark, downing many before they close in. A lone mutant sneaks up upon Cable. He is about to strike. But Shatterstar leaps in and slices the mutant's chest open.
Wow.
He whirls around and guards Cable's back.
Mark 14.
What?
Shatterstar's a deadly killer.
There's one approaching at Mark 14.
What the hell is Mark 14?
Shatterstar points at an onrushing mutant.
There!
Cable swirls to his right and shoots the mutant dead.
Another at Mark 28.
Will you stop with this Mark shit?
That's a good line. I like that line. That's a good line.
Tell directions in time. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
A mutant leaps at Shatterstar, who sidesteps the mutant and thrusts his saber into the mutant's back.
I am unfamiliar with that system.
Cable shoots down another 2 mutants.
Then just point, will ya?
Now cut to Domino shoots at Hairbag. Her shots hit their mark, but they do not pierce his Kevlar armor. Hairbag dives for cover as Domino's bullets rake the table harmlessly. Slab bulks and grabs a pole, using it to swat Siren, who flies around him like an annoying bug. He misses. She screams. He drops the pole and covers his ears. She drives in and kicks him in the face. He drops to the ground. Gorgeous George tries to pound Farrell into the ground with his hammer like fists. She is too quick. He misses. Gorgeous George clenches his teeth in frustration. Boomer tosses a plasma bomb at Ruckus, who leaps out of the way only to be caught by Cannonball. Hey, you got mate? In mid-air. Ruckus is knocked to the ground but lands on his hands and knees. He looks up and screams at Boomer. The force of the scream sends Boomer sailing backwards and she crashes into the bar. Cannonball, here you go, mate. Dives in for another attack, but Ruckus evades. 10 mutants rush towards Warpath all at once. Frenzied, they tear and rip at his coat as he bashes them off. They are no match for his brute strength. Each strike from Warpath is like being hit by a bus. Soon, none are left. As Cable and Shatterstar fight, Deadpool swings in from the top and kicks Cable squarely in the face. Cable crashes against the table, which collapses under his weight. As he lands, Deadpool tosses a grenade at Shatterstar, who dives out of the way. Boom! Cable gets up and comes face to face with his old nemesis.
Holy shit!
Deadpool pulls out his hook swords. How are you, knight? Shatterstar runs towards Deadpool, but 3 assailants spear him to the ground. Cable whirls around and punches Deadpool in the jaw. After 3 straight misses, Gorgeous George finally pummels Farrell into the ground. He prowls over her. A roar catches his attention. Warpath pounces on him but fails to get a hold of him due to his semi-solid body. George melts into a pool of liquid, wrapping himself around Warpath. George constricts Warpath like a python, slowly squeezing the life out of him. There's the life leaving his body, but Warpath is too strong. Despite George's constriction, Warpath is still breathing. George growls. He expands his fists and wraps both Warpath's nose and mouth. Warpath struggles to breathe, thrashing wildly in a desperate attempt to break free.
Come on, big boy. Scream for Gorgeous.
Boomer picks himself up and tosses a plasma bomb at George. Boom. George melts into a pile of ooze. Warpath falls to the floor, gasping furiously for breath. As George reshapes himself, Domino opens fire at him without pause, slowing down the reformation process. Cut to Cable, who picks up his machine gun and fires at Deadpool. Deadpool leaps at Cable, holds swords in hand and lands behind him. As Cable turns around, Deadpool kicks the gun from Cable's hand with his left foot while using his right foot to kick him in the nuts. Well, he was ribs now. Cable reels back. Deadpool then swings back to his feet and rushes Cable. Cable pulls out his hand cannon, but Deadpool slices the gun in half and swings at Cable. Cable blocks the attack with his metal arm. Deadpool's hook sword sinks into the arm and gets stuck. Cable wraps his other arm around Deadpool's wrist and knees him in the gut while crushing his windpipe. Deadpool headbutts Cable. The force is so hard that Cable lets go. What's the matter, mate? Arthritis setting in? Or the gout? Deadpool strikes the hook swords at Cable's chest as the blades descend. Cable catches them with his metal arm, crushing both the blades. He yanks them out of Deadpool's hands and kicks him in the chest with a roundhouse kick. Deadpool staggers back. Deadpool tosses a trio of daggers. Cable blocks with his metallic arm. Deadpool leap kicks, but Cable ducks and counters with an uppercut. Deadpool sails through the air and lands on his back. Cable pulls out his combat knife and walks up to Deadpool. Out of nowhere, Slab appears. He punches Cable. Cable sails through the air and slams against the mirrors on one end of the stage. Deadpool pulls himself up. He notices a shadowy figure in the background. I'd love to finish this dance, Nate, but I have a more urgent matters to attend to. Kill you later. Cannonball lands next to Farrell and helps her up. A wave of giddiness suddenly hits them both. Vertigo appears. Her voice is hypnotic.
Feeling dizzy, don't fight it. You cannot overcome the power of vertigo. Fall.
That was our Sound of Music. Sound of
Music. Original soundtrack. Best original
soundtrack. Cannonball and Farrell grip their heads in pain. It feels like 1,000 holes bored into their skulls. They arch in agony before finally succumbing, dropping to their knees. Vertigo walks over them, laughing sinisterly. Deadpool appears with Slab by his side. He smacks Vertigo's ass. Well done, dog. Deadpool delivers a roundhouse kick to Cannonball's face, knocking him unconscious. Farrell looks up as the wave of dizziness slowly passes. She sees Slab standing over her. He picks her up and tosses her towards a cluster of stools. Pick this one up. Slab picks Cannonball and slings him over his shoulder. The three of them walk towards the exit. Boomer sees them leaving with Cannonball.
Scream.
The godsend, Domino, the godsend!
Distracted by Boomer, Domino turns her attentions towards Slab. George seizes the opportunity and swats both Boomer and Domino away.
Hey man, Josh, we got our prize, let's go!
The nasty boys flee with Deadpool and Vertigo towards the exit. The X-Force regroups and gives chase. They sprint across the club, desperately trying to save their friend. Too late. The nasty boys reach the exit. Deadpool swirls around and gives Cable the finger before running out. Just as the X-Force reaches the exit, the armored soldiers from the Morlock massacre burst into the club. The X-Force are trapped out in the open. There is nowhere to dive for cover. The soldiers raise their guns, preparing to fire.
Close on.
Overcome by panic, everything slows down. No way they are going to survive this. Cable sees Domino break away from the group, firing blindly as she dives for cover. What about the others? He turns to his left. Boomer stumbles, falls and crawls backwards. She's terrified. Siren is too stunned to move. Wappa's massive arm swings around Siren. He grabs her to his chest and spins around. Cable turns to his right. Shatterstar brandishes his saber, ready to charge, prepared to fight to the death, with Farrell by his side. Cable thinks deeply. No choice. It's either this or certain death. Cable raises his arms upwards. His left eye flares. He closes his eyes and concentrates, but the glow penetrates his eyelid, flaring radiantly. Everything speeds up again. The soldiers open fire. As the bullets speed their way towards the X-Force, a bluish semi-spherical energy field envelops them. The bullets explode harmlessly against the shield, causing ripples on the surface, but none penetrate. The soldiers keep blasting away. Blue Mamba. The streets are deserted. Only the Nasty Boys, Deadpool, Vertigo, and unconscious Cannonball and a few soldiers remain. Gunfire echoes from inside the Blue Mamba.
Come on, the Archer is waiting.
Not until I see Cable's corpse.
To worry, Deadpool. No one could survive that.
If you knew Cable as well as I do, you wouldn't underestimate his uncanny knack for survival. He's one little rat that just doesn't go down with the ship.
Stay here if you like. I don't care. We are leaving.
Deadpool takes one final glance at the Blue Mamba before deciding against going in. He joins the Nasty Boys and Vertigo in one of the Hummers. The remaining soldiers climb into the other. Both vehicles head off down the road. The soldiers keep blasting away at the shield. Back to Blue Mamba. The soldiers keep blasting away at the shield, but nothing happens. The shield holds. Click. Their magazines run dry. The soldiers scramble for their spare clips. Suddenly, Domino comes out of hiding.
Now you're mine.
She fires mercilessly, downing 6 of them in the blink of an eye. All of them headshots. She keeps on blasting away, each shot striking with perfect precision.
Headshot can't stop her.
Extra points, extra gold as well. The soldiers scramble frantically, some replacing their anti-clips, some diving for cover. But soldier after soldier goes down in a flurry of bullets. Both her guns run empty. She tosses them away and pulls out another 2 guns. Some soldiers shoot back. Bullets rake the wall. Bullets scrape the floor. Bullets explode against the mirrors. Empty glasses, bottles, chairs, tables, speakers. None hit Domino. Impossible as it may seem. She just stands there returning fire. Bullets whiz past her. Her shots are still on mark. More shoulders drop dead. Soldiers drop dead. From inside the shield, everyone save Cable is stunned by what they see. Click, click. Her guns are empty again. Another dozen or so soldiers are still on their feet. Domino stands there and coolly replaces her empty clips with fresh ones, sidestepping and dodging stray bullets. Some come close, but none hit.
It's like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You know Domino's
Not
but this one actually makes sense.
The clips snap in place. She cocks the gun and blows the remaining soldiers away. After all the smoke is cleared, only Domino is left standing. She puts away her guns. The faint blue shield finally dissolves. Cable pitches forward and collapses. Boomer races out of the building. Warpath looks at Domino. She stands motionless, looking around for survivors.
Holy shit, he's a mutant. I can't believe it. All this while.
Hey, he had his reasons for keeping it a secret for you.
Warpath realizes.
You knew about it all along, and didn't you? Oh, you knew about it all along, didn't you? Why didn't
I tell you? Because I respected his wishes enough for him to tell you himself.
Warpath kneels down. Warpath kneels down over Cable and helps him up to his feet. Cable is out cold. Shatterstar surveys the massacre left in Domino's wake.
Commendable accuracy. But how is it that not a single bullet hit you?
Luck, kiddo.
It's more than luck. I don't believe in such things, but this looks like a miracle.
What's his accent again?
Siren.
Gay Filipinos.
Yes, I think Shatterstar's gay.
It's not a miracle. Domino's mutant powers grants her psionic control over probability, gifting her with good luck. I thought I have good luck.
Big Irish. I thought I have all the good luck in the world.
She must have my lucky charms. Gifting her with good luck while striking her enemies with bad luck. That's why she's still alive and they're dead.
Trust me, it's not that simple. I really got lucky this time. Come on, we better make trails.
They exit the building.
Yeah,
Back into the
Hold on, wait.
Yeah,
First I have to
yeah.
make a comment. That's some good reading, Lohes.
I'm in the
Until
zone.
cough already.
That was like, we all sitting in suspense. What's going to happen next? Wait a minute, I wrote this shit. I should know.
No idea.
I'm in the zone.
I know.
God. Okay, continue, huh?
Yes.
Okay, outside the Blue Mamba at night. Boomer stands in the middle of the deserted street, frantically searching for signs of which way they took Sam. The rest of them appear behind her, and she turns around.
The taken Sam! We have to find him. Nothing happened.
She falls to her knees crying.
Pull yourself together, Boomer. We're not gonna abandon him. We're gonna get him back. You don't even know where they're taking him! No, but I will in a minute.
There was some killer acting chops. Killer acting chops right there.
And the nominee for Best
She had to
Actress
cry.
and Best Supporting
Best supporting actress goes to
At the
Shereen.
same time, goes to Shereen.
Because that's
For
when she killed
Domino
it.
and Boomer.
Okay.
In one take.
Okay, outside the lab complex at night. Nestled in the middle of the valley is a huge lab complex. 6 single-story buildings cluster close together, linked together by tube-like passageways. A thick steel reinforced concrete barrier surrounds the place. A single guardhouse breaks the continuity of the barrier at the entrance. The Hummers pull up to the guardhouse. The steel gate descends and the Hummers drive through. They continue up the main building and pull over. The Nasty Boys, Vertigo and Deadpool get out. Slab has Cannonball on his shoulder. As they approach the building, the camera rises to reveal the Archer Core logo. Below it reads Archer Industries. Now inside the main lab room, computers, displays and other machines line the walls and fill the room. Technicians scurry about like ants, preoccupied with their tasks. The door slides open. The Nasty Boys, Deadpool and Vertigo enter.
Yeah.
A female lab tech in a white coat approaches them.
He will be with
Do a Chinese accent.
How about Chinese one? Nice.
he will be with you shortly.
Okay. Now inside the what's the APC again? Archer Core.
Armored personal carrier.
Inside the APC at night. Domino's at the wheel. Periodically, she glances at the GPS display screen, showing a map. A blinking red dot is on the move, indicating Cannonball's position.
He's got a micro transmitter implanted under the skin. You all do.
Except Shatterstar, Siren, and myself, of course.
Except Siren. I took the liberty of planting trackers on you two while you slept.
You don't trust us?
Domino says nothing.
For once, your paranoia was a blessing in disguise.
Said Warpot.
Not paranoia. Precaution. And it saved our skins plenty.
Said Domino.
Cable stirs.
He is waking up.
Cable opens his eyes, still groggy. Yes, finally the line suits. He sees Boomer's jittery face.
They took Sam! We're tracking his homing beacon. We know where they took him soon enough.
Cable sees everyone staring at him.
What?
Dang, dang, dang.
Why are you all looking at me like that?
Cable's tone.
You lied to us.
He got Botox on his lips. He can't talk.
You were a mutant.
Cable pulls himself to a sitting position. His face is stern.
Duduk dulu.
Let Lou.
I didn't lie to you. I just didn't tell you about it.
How do you expect us to function as a unit
They
when you yourself are hiding things from us? What happened to trust?
I guess I owe you all an explanation.
You think?
You're Sarah Gibson.
Calm down, Jimmy. Let the man say his piece.
Cable.
Okay, here goes. My real name is Nathan Dayspring-Ascani. Like Shatterstar.
Is that
I too am from the future.
Just like Arnold.
I'm a cybernetic organism from the future. Living tissue with muscle and the skeleton.
Come with me if you wanna leave.
That piece of cybernetic information shocks Domino to the core.
What are you talking about? You never told?
Bear with me, Dom. Unlike Shatterstar, there isn't a way back for me. I'm stranded in this time.
A somber mood hangs over the APC.
Monologue time, ladies and boys.
I was born
time.
with telepathic and telekinetic powers. But as an infant, I was told that I was infected with a virus. A virus without a cure. Only through constant telepathic control could I
From laughing.
keep this virus from spreading to the rest of the body. Every time I break my focus by using powers, the virus spreads and claims more of my body. If I let it, eventually it will kill me.
Or turn me into a cybernetic
Of
organism.
the future. Only in extreme circumstances I dare risk breaking control. If I didn't put up that shield, we'd all be dead. That's why I did what I did. 'Cause you all come first.
So, why didn't you tell us?
Some things are better left untold. Keep things simple.
You're from the future?
Had I told you back when we first met, would you have believed me?
Domino says nothing.
I came to this time on a mission to save Sarah Connor.
Oh, shit.
Snap.
What mission?
It's not important right now. Right now we had a friend to rescue.
Whatever it is, I am with you. I owe you for helping me avenge Callisto.
That
Said
goes
Pharaoh.
without saying for us all. We're with you, big guy.
Shh. Siren looks over at Warpath, still sulking. The dot on the GPS screen stops moving, blinking rapidly.
We're almost there.
Inside the main lab room, later, Slab drops Cannonball to the ground roughly.
Boom.
Careful, Slab! We do not wish to harm our guest. Dr. Archer walks in, clad in a white lab coat. Stop him in, boys! Gorgeous George.
That was a bit too much fun.
A bit too happy.
A bit too happy.
Gorgeous George and Hairbag pick Cannonball off the floor and strap manacles to his arms and legs. Cannonball awakens to find two assistants hooking him up to the machine. Where am I? His vision clears. He sees Dr. Archer. Dr. Archer should be Dr. Apu at this point. His eyes widen. You? What do you want with me? Don't worry. You are in excellent hands. The hands that are about to shape the future. And he's going to make, and then you go to the side and make a chapati. The hand that make chops, bitch. He regards Cannonball with a sinister eye. Your mutant gifts are about to gift me with the final piece of perfection. Think of yourselves as one of the progenitors of the next generation of mutants.
As opposed to a janitor, you are a
Progenitor. As a progenitor that clean the toilets in the house and the
You are a
school.
professional janitor. Also, you are a pro janitor. No longer are you an amateur janitor. You are now in a professionally.
Okay, Cannonball. Never. I will never be part of his schemes. You speak as if you had a say in the matter. Cannonball yanks at the manacles in an attempt to free himself, but they are locked impossibly tight. More friends to come for me? Your friends are all dead. You lying! You lying sack of shit! Deadpool walks up to Dr. Archer. I want my money, I want my money, I want my money, I want my money. Vertigo dear, please attend to this idiot Mr. Wilson's payment. Vertigo nods and leaves as a technician approaches Dr. Archer.
Everything's in place, Dr. Archer.
Excellent! Excellent! Okay. Back into the APC at night. Domino's lying.
Domino's laughing.
That's a trip.
The signal's coming from inside our building.
Through the windscreen, we see the lab complex. Siren looks up and spots something.
That symbol. Isn't that?
She gestures at the Archer logo. They recognize it at once.
Avengers!
It's Archer, said Pharaoh.
What does he want with Sam?
Of course. It all makes sense now.
What do you mean?
During the consortium, he said he planned on creating an army of super soldiers with DNA from various mutants. That's why they took him. He must want Sam's DNA.
Cable growls angrily.
He's going to be sorry he ever messed with us.
I hope you have a plan, Nathan.
Back to the guardhouse at night. 2 tired guards man the guardhouse. One of them yawns. They must be reading the script. We hear the rumbling of a massive engine getting closer. The guards leap to their feet, eyes wide open. Outside the guardhouse, the APC accelerates towards the guardhouse. 2 4-barrel rocket launchers deploy from either side of the roof, aim dead straight at the guardhouse. One guard closes his eyes and braces for impact. The other drops to the floor. At the last moment, the APC swerves to the side. The rockets are fired at the concrete barrier. The rockets fly towards the barrier and detonate, reducing it to rubble. The APC smashes its way past the wreck. The guard opens his eyes. He is still alive. The other one picks himself up. They exchange puzzled glances and both of them flee their posts. Wapat disengages the targeting system and grins, content that he scared the living daylights out of the guards. Armored plates are deployed. Back to the lab complex. Armored plates are deployed, reinforcing the nose of the APC. It accelerates through the ground, rocketing for the main building, picking up speed. Boom! APC smashes through. APC smashes his way into the lab complex. The signal reads 200 meters.
200 meters.
The APC smashes his way through the walls. The signal reads 100 meters.
100 meters.
Boom! The wall explodes as the APC emerges into the room. Technicians dive for cover. Dr. Archer wheels around. What the hell? They're alive! The experts dismount the APC ready for action. Boomer bursts out, glad that Cannonball is still alive.
Sam, you okay?
Boomer rushes towards but Cable pulls her back. I thought you said they were dead. Ruckus is wide-eyed and speechless. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so until I see Cable's corpse with my own eyes. Don't tell me he's dead. The X-Force comes face to face with the real mastermind behind this entire scheme, Dr. Archer. The Nazi boys form up around Dr. Archer as the technicians run out of the room. Both sides are ready to tear into each other, but their leaders hold them back.
You were behind all of this from the beginning.
Dr. Archer looks at one of the display monitors. It reads 85% complete. You fail to realize what I am trying to accomplish here. The future does not lie in the hands of mankind. It lies with mutants. He paces forward. Most mutants are worthless. Their powers insignificant, but some show promise, like young Samuel over there. He points at Cannonball. His energy field makes him impervious to harm, but only when he is in flight. His powers aren't perfect, but he has potential. Like so many others out there with similar promise, I shall accelerate their mutations to the pinnacle of their potential. The combined power of the world's strongest mutants manifested in my creations. I would attain perfection and give birth to a new future.
Sounds like a load of shit to me.
Archer glances at the display again. 95% complete. You are a fool to come here.
Much like you are a fool to abduct one of our friends. I know you staged a takeover of your own building, but why?
What better way to convince those tunnel vision bureaucrats to endorse my proposal than letting them experience an actual act of mutant terrorism?
And the Morlocks, why did they deserve to die?
Listen, the Morlocks are genetic dead ends fit only for the garbage heap. They have no future. I was doing a favor by ridding the world of them. Farrell turns red with anger. She lunges forward, but Cable holds her back. Dr. Archer glances at the display once more. 99% complete. You're too late to stop me. Haha. Even if you destroy this complex, I have others like it all over the world. Especially in India. My work is cheap. My work shall live on. You, on the other hand, shall not. 100% complete. A test tube with cannonball's DNA pops out of a tube into Dr. Archer's hands. All this banter was a ploy to buy time. Destroy them! The nasty boys charge towards the X-Force as Dr. Archer makes his getaway. Warpath looks over at Cable and Domino.
Go after Archer. We'll handle these losers.
Cable nods. Cable and Domino chase after Dr. Archer. Warpath charges Slab and somersaults over him at the last minute just as Slab tries to grab him. His feet slam into Slab's back, sending him flying into a computer terminal. He crashes into it. He then picks himself up and bulks up his chest and arms.
Make your move.
Hairback leaps up behind Warpath, but Farrell spears him in midair. They roll over the floor, clawing and ripping at each other viciously, blood spraying everywhere. Siren flies over them towards Ruckus. Heavy metal blasts through the speakers.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ruckus absorbs the sound waves and screams at her. Siren ducks his attack and dives at him. He screams again, but she avoids the second time. Siren whirls around, screams. Ruckus counters with his own scream. The backlash of their combined sound wave knocked them both back. Just as Cable and Domino reach the door, Deadpool leaps in front of them. Going somewhere, Nate? And I was so looking forward to finishing our dance. Say, do you like the tango, or do you prefer to kick it freestyle?
I will handle this one.
They turn around and see Shatterstar walking up behind them. Deadpool scoffs. You're not even in my league. In fact, why am I even wasting my breath on you? I could be saving it for something more important, like singing Star Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl. Now scoot, cause you've got an iceberg's chance in hell of beating me. In a blinding flash, Shatterstar leaps over Deadpool, pulls out his saber and slashes his shoulder. Deadpool feels the wound and sees blood on his fingertip. Ow! That really hurt. Now, was that really necessary? You know how much I had to pay for the suit? Shatterstar lands in a crouching position, looks over his shoulder and half smiles. Cable and Domino seize the moment to chase after the Dr. Archer.
The name is Shatterstar. Remember it.
Angered, Deadpool walks up to him menacingly. He clashes his blade gauntlets together as he pounces at Shatterstar. I remember it when I shatter your stars. I don't know why I said that. What does that even mean? Deadpool strikes with his bladed gauntlet, but Shatterstar parries with his saber. Shatterstar and Deadpool start fighting blade against saber. Cut to Gorgeous George watches as Domino and Cable run off. Suddenly a plasma bomb hits him and explodes. The bomb liquefies his body, but he reshapes. He turns around. Boomer has another plasma bomb ready. He stretches an arm and backhands her against the wall before she tosses the plasma bomb. It explodes harmlessly on the ground. He then jumps up and grabs the edge of the vent. He melts into a puddle of ooze and squeezes through the vent.
Alright, that concludes our...
Well.
Right in the thick of the action, we have to conclude, unfortunately, because the show has run out of time.
Yep.
But we have one last episode left, which will be X-Force Part 4, the finale. And you should say right lah, the two most adulted are him and me, because the three of you are awesome.
No, we all did okay, I think.
All of you awesome.
We just right in the mood, no?
Especially Domino walking in the club.
Especially this show,
multiple.
Each of them take characters that's back to back.
I know. And you never follow along.
That is awesome. Kudos to
our three
Lohes,
three co-hosts.
What it be, what it do.
All back to back. Then we have Kevin.
Okay, night.
With his crazy Ruckus.
Mr. Shatterstar.
Shatterstar.
Mr. International.
Different accent, different characters. We have our first female cast member.
She had
Who did awesome awesome Domino and Boomer.
And she had the toughest scene. She was crying profusely in one scene. Within 2 seconds, she's hunting somebody else.
Don't cry.
Cry for
Cry.
it. Don't cry.
That was awesome.
I am Jun Sern,
I am Shan.
and in the words of all TV series, to be continued next week.
Peace.
Bye.